All right, y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today on this beautiful brisky day on the water, we are back at Lake Hodges, and today's objective is it's in the middle of the fall. The fish are starting to do some weird things, not necessarily try to get on a pattern or anything, but today's objective is to just get on some fish and familiarize myself with some new things. Today I'm wanting to focus on deep fish, so maybe some deep cranking, some deep fishing, whatever the case may be, but also I'm trying to learn this little guy here. Holy moly, guys, we got ourselves a side scanning sonar. Now this is the Garmin EchoMap 73 SV, which stands for side view. And basically I'm just gonna try to familiarize myself with it and try to get on some fish. So all right, guys, let's see what we're gonna do here. Okay, so right off the bat we're at 10 feet. This is gonna be interesting to get used to, but in the morning we're gonna throw out that top water. We usually do. So we got some birds here on the bank, which is a good sign. Tells me that there's some kind of bait fish, or let's tighten up that drag. Good thing I checked. But basically we're just gonna try to cover as much water as we can, especially since the fall transition. These fish don't necessarily have a pattern or anything. So really, the ideal right now is to just cover as much water as we can. One of these days, I'm gonna get blown up right at the boat. I know it. I know it. It's just gonna happen. It's only a matter of time. All right, so now that the wind's picking up a little bit, I'm actually going to tie on something different. I'm gonna tie the popper back on. When the wind picks up, it's a little harder for the Choppo to kind of do its thing. Okay. Okay. This fog kind of rolled by. Go over those spots again. This spot's looking a little crowded right now, so we'll do that. Just go back and kind of cover that area again. So everything on the side here, a lot of structure I see. You know what? This is actually a new bait that Mr. Gary gave me. You guys saw this in the last video. This is a 6-inch trace. Now I'm not used to throwing out big baits like this, but kind of curious as to see what I'm gonna do here. I did buy a new rod. This is the Temple Forks Outfitters Tactical Bass. This is a extra heavy rod, moderate action, and Gary also lent me this Abu Garcia Revo 5 reel to test out. So I'm kind of curious as to see how this guy swims. I'm kind of curious. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, you can hear him clack too. This is a interesting little bait here, and he does sink pretty fast. So I could toss this guy out pretty far. And I don't know, let's see. See how it goes, man. This is one of the baits that I wanted to try out. This is something that I'm not used to throwing, big old swim baits like this. But interesting enough, with big swim baits period, Usually if you catch them, usually if, you know, it gets smoked, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. I could hear this guy clack. It's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but this guy clacks. He makes quite a bit of noise. Okay, so that's enough of the trace. Go ahead and put this guy away for now. Let's see what the SPRO can do out here. I think somebody's been messing with my drag or something. What the heck? There's one. Wow, right at the boat. Right at the boat. Huh, right in the middle. There's number one. Okay. So right in the middle, about 7 foot of water. This guy came up and grabbed it. Not a big one by any means, but skunk is off the boat. Barely hooked him. Barely got his jawbone. But decent, nice looking fish. Let's see where he measures up at. Okay, so 15.75. 15.75, guys. First fish of the day on the SPRO. Thank you, sir. Kind of like he followed it up. I mean, I think that was the second cast with this, bro. And I'm like literally in the middle of the lake right now. Granted, we're only at 7 feet of water, so this guy's right in the strike zone, basically. Let's see if we could pick any more of these guys off. Yeah, this little SPRO is definitely becoming one of my favorites right now. And this guy has caught me so much fish. Let's see if we can find any open water structure out here. Yeah, so same thing. You get that rock again. I got a fish. Oh, this is a decent one. Not a bad one. Not a bad. Oh, nice. No. Not a bad one. Oh, that's actually a pretty decent one, guys. Get him in the boat. Barely hooked too. That's number 2 on the SPRO. Okay, let's see how I have this guy hooked. Oh yeah, I thought he was barely hooked, but he actually has he has 2 trebles on the inside of his mouth, so he wasn't going to go anywhere. I'm trying to help you. There you go. So pretty decent one, maybe about a 1.5 pounder. So he measures up with it. So this guy is at 16 and a quarter. Oh no, actually no, 16 and a half. I could get that bottom little part. 16 and a half. Nice. 16 and a half inch fish, not too bad. Second one off the SPRO crankbait. Thank you, sir. You okay? There you go. Yeah, guys, this is the guy that I'm killing him on right now. SPRO Little John DD45. Deep diving crankbait, or medium diving crankbait, I should say. Little small profile. And I think that's ultimately what they're kind of targeting. Here, I'll actually compare this to some of the micro baits that Dustin is tossing. This is actually one of the micro baits that Dustin gave me. You can kind of see the difference in size, but you know, it's not that big of a difference. You know, this guy right here, they're about the same size, except for this is a square barrel, this is a bomber, and you can see basically about the same size. But this guy I'm really digging, because I could toss this guy out a little bit further, and he is a deeper diving crankbait, so that's what I'm getting him with. Let's see if we can pick off any more. But that was number 2, and it's 8.49. Not too bad, not too bad. And this wind is pushing right now. Yeah, this guy's all jacked up. I can't use this guy anymore. So what I'm actually gonna do is tie on the DT6 instead, and then retire this guy. Obviously gonna get a new one. This was a good bait for me. Definitely grab one of these guys again. Slightly bigger in stature, but it's the best that I have right now. Okay, so DT6 tied on now. Let's go ahead and see if we can get on some guys now. Oh man, he smashed that first cast with the DT6. Oh my gosh. Smashed that thing. Jeez. I thought he was bigger. Alright, come on, dude. Oh man, I thought he was bigger. He smashed that thing. But that's one. Alright. Well, a hefty little guy. He wasn't gonna go nowhere because got that bottom lip on him, but maybe like a little 14-incher. First cast with the DT6, and he absolutely smashed that thing. 14-incher. All right, 14-incher. It's number 3. Thank you, sir. Well, I guess that's a good sign, right? First cast off the DT6. Guys, I think that's going to be it. So go ahead and make our way back over, and then we'll go ahead and do a recap. All right, guys, that will do it for today's video. A little slow. Fishing is getting a little bit tougher now that there's really no pattern and the fish are kind of everywhere. Water level is extremely low, so keep that in mind. Made the fishing a little bit tougher, but we were able to get on a crankbait bite. So 2 of them off of the SPRO crankbait, 1 of them off of the Rapala DT6. So I guess you could say that was sort of a pattern that we found today, but that was really it, guys. No top water bite or anything like that. Fairly slow day, 3 fish with about 8-9 hours on the water. Fall transition is getting tough. Temperatures are getting cooler, but it's always a good time when you're on the water, so I take that as a win. But all right, guys, hope you guys liked the video. Thanks for the likes, subscribes, and joining me on my adventures on the water, and I'll see you guys in the next one.